Hello everybody, I'm Hazel from Weddings and Tarot Love. I'm a mindful wedding coach and tarot reader, and I like to mix wedding readings and tarot together. So if you came to me wanting wedding advice, I would mix tarot and oracle cards into the advice that I give you. But I'm doing something different today. I want to talk about my favourite tarot deck. This is the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann, and I saw this deck in a lovely shop in Leeds called Global Tribe. I was in there with my friend and I was looking at this deck and they just kept calling me and I kept wandering over and looking at it, and I was telling her about it and she went, "I'm sure that was the deck you were looking at last time we were in here." And so I ended up buying it. And yeah, it's just lovely. So I thought I'd do a bit of a review on it. So I've got the deck out and I thought we'll go through it and just show you the cards in case it's a deck that you would like. So here's the box. Light Seers Tarot, and I've got this picture on it. The Light Seers Tarot on that side, and it's got a picture of some of the cards on there. And then this is the back of the box. 78 card tarot deck is a healing tool and guide to explore both the light and shadow sides of our nature. Okay, so got a nice little box. I've already taken the cards out there. So the cards are here. So this is what the deck looks like, and you'll see I've got this is the Rider-Waite deck I've got out as a comparison. Just so you can maybe see comparison of size. It's a bit hard to tell there actually, but it's a little bit thicker, a little bit, not a huge amount, but it is ever so slightly thicker. It's got quite a chunky look. It's card, and the cards are it's kind of, what do they call that? Silk. It's not quite matte, but it's not gloss either. I would think you'd call that a silk, wouldn't you? But just this kind of card. They've got quite a nice, I won't shuffle them now actually because I've sorted them out to order so that I can do this review. But at the end I'll show you how they shuffle. So yeah, so it's a really nice box, and it comes with a little guidebook as well. The Light Seers Tarot guidebook, and talks double page on each card. And also you can go to, there is a website you can go to as well, and you can get more information about the card. So it tells you the story of the card as well as the information about it, which is really nice because you can see where the images come from and what the person in the image was doing to get to where they are and what their thoughts are. So that's really nice added thing that you get with this deck. So let's go through the major arcana first. And just have a look at some of the images. So we've got, that's the Fool. I like that one, just kind of this carefree reaching out. That's the Magician. High Priestess, which is the picture on the deck box. Empress, look at that. Giving birth to the world. I love that card, the imagery is fabulous on that. The Emperor with his chess piece in his hand, very ready to make his move in a very calm and logical way. The Hierophant, surrounded by all the different religious symbols here behind it. But what I love about this card is when it comes up for me is just the joy in the man's face. So I always find this quite a joyful card when I see it. The Lovers, and I think she looks like Angelina Jolie. That's the two Lovers. And we got here the Chariot. I love the energy and the motion in that, the black and white horse pulling the chariot along with the man balanced on the top. Strength. That's a lovely card with a kind of half woman, half lion. She's showing her strength, but she's got the lamb as well. That kind of gentle strength that women have. The Hermit. This card comes up for me quite a lot. So this one, I like the way she's kind of contemplating and she's in her own world, but it's all about finding your light, your inner light, and letting it shine. Now this is a great card, the Wheel. Can you see the way she's kind of balanced almost kind of effortlessly on the top? If you turn it up the other way and have it, and you pull the card in reverse, it almost looks like everything's kind of going out of control and you've got no control over it. Yeah, it's really good symbolism on that card. And then we got Justice here, this kind of strange double image. A Hanged Man, which is reaching for all these symbols in the water. Now this is a good one, the Death card. It's called Death Rebirth. It's kind of almost like the cowled death figure with the kind of scythe here, but you just got this new scene in its face. And that's a fabulous card. The Temperance Angel. This man with his got the sun and the moon and the wings behind. The Devil. This card's, I know it's the Tower, but it's kind of sweet. That little squirrel and his little house has gone up in flames because the lightning's hit it, but he's found the act of it happening so beautiful that he's can't take his eyes off the little lights and the embers and the kind of formation of butterflies and this transformation that's happening because his nuts are on fire and his house has gone up in flames. But it's, you know, it's kind of cute even though it's the Tower. And then we got the Star. So she's kind of holding onto the star. It's like she's, yeah, holding onto the hope. This is a nice one, the Moon. That kind of feeling like you're drowning, but you know, if you look for the light of the moon, then it can save you. But there's a really lovely story that goes in the if you go to the website and look up the story that goes with this card. I really like that one. The Sun. Judgment. And this is like releasing your own, who you're meant to be. It's kind of slightly different take on the Judgment card, but it feels like it is for me. But it's, yeah, it's this releasing the person inside you who you're meant to be, your soul's purpose. And the World. So that's the major arcana, and we'll quickly go through. I'm going to lie them all out side by side so you can see the full journey as we go. So we've got here Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, she's looking out, planning her journey, Three of Wands, Four of Wands, I like that. It's a really good symbolism, that kind of taking centre stage, you know, taking your bow, being recognised and owning it. And this is a good one as well, Seven of Wands. It's good representation, this kind of putting up a barrier to protect herself, you know, knowing who she is and knowing that, you know, she's kind of put up this kind of boundary around herself. 8, 9, 10, off on her travels, the beast of burden. Page, this is a great one. This is like kind of learning a new skill, so that's what I take from this one. It's one of the messages, but that kind of just creative, boundless energy. Knight of Wands. Look at that carefree attitude she's got, just kind of alive. I love that. Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. That lion in the background. We'll do the cups. Ooh. Should we do first? Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. Three. I like this one, it's really good symbolism, that Four of Cups. Five. Six. This is a really good one as well. Seven. Kind of indecision, but I like the kind of the imagery that it's kind of snakes and ladders. You know, you could go up, you come down, you know, the kind of what's the choice you're going to make? 8. That's got a really good story behind it, that card as well. 9. Nice one. 10. I love all the rainbows in these cards. Page of Cups. Kind of head in the clouds kind of effect. Knight of Cups. Romance. Queen of Cups, and King of Cups. And then we've got the swords. Ace of Swords. There's some really good imagery on the swords cards. I really like these. They really kind of have a lot of kind of emotion, and you can really feel the energy and the emotion in these cards. You can read the story in them as well. That one, the Four of Swords. I like all the crows that are in this one. This is the good one as well. Six of Swords. Being led away to calmer waters. 7. 8. And I like that in the mirror she's bound and tied and blindfolded and the crows are getting at her, but not in the mirror. That's not happening. She's just sat there, so it's just show it that indication that it's all in her head. It's really great imagery. 9. And the 10. This one's almost kind of got a similar vibe to the 8 of Cups, this walking away. Now this actually isn't the original image that was done for this deck. Apparently it was one of a woman of colour with 10 scars on her back walking away. That kind of, you know, I've taken it all and now I'm moving on, you know, I've survived it, which I think probably would be a stronger image for that card, but it got changed to this one. And then we got Page of Swords, it's kind of learning and enlightenment. Knight, Queen. I love this card, the Queen of Swords. Look how strong she looks. And the King. Ace of Pentacles. I like that. It looks like a kind of a seedling. It's got little roots taking in. 2. You can see that she looks like she's not balanced, juggling her 2 pentacles. 3. Creative, making things. 4. I love the imagery on this card. Holding onto her bag, wondering whether she'll be safe spending her money in the town. 5. 6. I like the way this one has that kind of feel that if you got it in reverse, it kind of indicates kind of give and take. I like the way There's all these circles in these cards. 7, 8, I love this card. It just looks so happy and radiant. 10, Page, Knight. This is a great card. Look at that, the Queen. Look at her, just sat there all serene and confident and secure, knowing what she knows. And the King. Yeah, so I think this deck's lovely. I love the colours in it. I love the, you know, the imagery. They all tell a story. I mean, the book gives you kind of information. So take the Empress, for example. It's got this thing, Light Seer and Shadow Seer, depending on whether it's upright or reversed. So the Empress is divine feminine, prolific creativity, fertility, motherhood, unity, goddess, sensuality, nurturing, abundance, empathy, unconditional love, unification of mind, body, spirit. Shadow Seer, infertility, emotional overwhelm, shutting down, disharmony, being overprotective of your creations, overly dependent on others. And then it tells you a bit more information about it. And then it gives an affirmation as well. I'm ready to give birth to my abundantly rich future. Let's see if we take maybe something like the Four of Cups. The Light Seer, missing opportunities for abundance, a time to meditate, frustration and boredom, being a brat, not appreciating what you have, apathy, introspection, stability leading to boredom. And in the Shadow, so the reversed, focusing on negative, pessimism, a time to practice gratitude, gentle nudge to stop complaining. And again, it gives information about what it means. And an affirmation, I see the fullness and richness of my life. So yeah, you get a lot of information, but then, as I say, if you go to the website, it gives you the story about the card as well. So all in all, I just think this is a lovely deck. I'm getting some really good images, really good readings, and yes, it's a little bit bigger than some decks. It does have that kind of cardboardy effect down the side. It's not smooth like it's my Rider-Waite deck, which is really smooth, but I kind of like that in these cards. They're just a bit chunkier and got that, like that sound. You know, just being that little bit bigger makes a difference, but they do sound different. That's what I like about the decks. They've all got different sounds. But yeah, so I think this deck is lovely and I've really resonated with it. So, you know, I don't know if people have seen other reviews and things, but I think this is the best deck I've got. I do still like my Rider-Waite. You know, I do still come back to this one. I have a good connection with that deck as well. But this one is definitely one that I seem to resonate with, and you'll find ones that you resonate with. It might not be this one, it might be others. But if you have been looking at this deck, I hope me showing you through the deck and what it looks like will help you make a decision. Yeah, I think it's really good, this deck. I've been very happy with it. So there you go. I might do some more run-throughs of decks that I've got in the future. But there you go. If you would like a reading with me, you can do. Just contact me, and information will be in the description. And yeah, I'll leave you there. So bye for now.